They left him at the edge of the settlement. No supplies, no apology, no explanation, just silence. The alien family stood behind the energy fence. Their tall frames were rigid. Their eyes avoided his. The human boy did not cry. He already knew this day would come. His name was Eli. He was 14 standard cycles old. He had been adopted during a border conflict. A temporary decision. That was what the aliens called it. Temporary mercy. His dog stood beside him. A brown mutt with a scarred ear. Old military canine stock. Name tag still attached. Rex. The wind howled across the red plains. Dust scraped against exposed skin. Eli tightened his thin jacket. Rex pressed closer. The matron spoke at last. You eat too much. You age too slowly. You will become a burden. Her voice was calm, matter of fact, cruel without intent. They deactivated the gate. The fence shimmered solid again. The settlement lights dimmed behind them. Night fell fast. Eli looked down at Rex. Well, buddy, looks like it is just us. Rex wagged his tail once, then scanned the darkness. The boy started walking. The wasteland stretched for hundreds of kilometers. No mapped routes, no transport lanes. Only rock, sand, wind. Eli knew the basics. Shelter first, water second, movement third. Humans learned that early. Rex led him toward a cluster of broken stone. Natural wind cover. Eli crouched behind it. He checked his pockets. 1 ration bar. Half-full water flask. A utility knife. A dead datapad, Rex growled softly. Something metallic glinted in the distance. Half-buried, angular. Wrong dot. Eli squinted. That is not a rock. They moved closer. The sand gave way to dark alloy. A curved hole. Burn marks. Old impact scars. A ship, not alien local design. Not modern, human. Eli froze. Humans had not been here for decades. At least that was what the settlements taught. Rex barked once. Sharp, alert. They circled the wreck. The ship was small. Scout class. Military surplus. A faded emblem was still visible. A Terran star. Crossed by 3 lines. Eli touched it. I thought you were all gone. The hatch was sealed. No power, manual, override present. Human design always had redundancy. Eli gripped the lever. Rex braced beside him. The hatch screamed as it opened. Air rushed out. Cold, dry, preserved. Inside was darkness. Eli activated his wrist light. The interior was intact. Pilot seat empty. Navigation console offline. Storage lockers sealed. And 1 emergency core, still glowing. Eli laughed. A short sound, almost a sob. They were not abandoned after all. The first night they slept inside the ship. Rex guarded the entrance. Eli rationed food. The emergency core provided heat. Bare minimum oxygen cycling by morning. Eli had a plan. He accessed the manual logs. The ship was designated Vanguard Echo. Lost during a recon sweep. Crew status unknown. No bodies inside. That meant escape pods. Launched. That meant survivors. Eli powered auxiliary systems. The ship responded slowly. Like a tired animal. Navigation was corrupted. Engines offline. Weapons stripped. But the fabrication unit worked. Human engineering favored stubborn survival. Eli fed it scrap commands. Simple tools, water condenser parts, repair patches. Rex watched. Tail thumping. Days passed. Alien patrols crossed the horizon. They did not notice the buried ship. Eli stayed hidden. He learned the ship. Every panel, every cable the dog learned to, alerting to vibrations, reacting to power spikes. Weeks passed. Eli grew thinner, stronger, harder. The fabrication unit produced a beacon, old code, deep frequency, human only. Eli hesitated before activating it. Once sent, everything would change. He pressed the switch. The response took 12 days. It arrived as a shadow in orbit, a massive ship, Terran make. Heavily armed. Rex barked wildly. Eli stared at the sky. They came. The alien settlements noticed 2 defense grids activated. Communications exploded with panic. Humans were not supposed to return. The shuttle descended. It landed beside the wreck. Soldiers emerged, armor scarred, weapons ready. Then they froze. A boy stepped forward, barely clothed, holding a knife. A dog stood at his side. Growling low, the captain removed her helmet. She knelt. "What is your name?" Eli swallowed. "Eli, I am human." The captain smiled, eyes wet. "We know." She stood and saluted. Every soldier followed. The dog barked. The humans laughed. The truth spread fast. The alien family watched the broadcasts in silence. They saw the boy they discarded, standing aboard a Terran cruiser, wrapped in a thermal blanket, dog at his feet. They heard his testimony. No anger, no revenge, just facts. The settlements had taken human refugees, used them as labor, discarded the weak. Human command listened. Then they acted. Trade lanes were cut. Defense treaties revoked. Sanctions enforced. Not violence, isolation. The settlements began to fail. Infrastructure broke. Food shortages followed. Then a message arrived. From Eli. Human aid ships would come. Food, medical support. Engineering teams. On one condition: no child would ever be thrown away again. The aliens agreed. They always did in the end. Years later, Eli stood on the deck of a rebuilt Vanguard. Echo, now a symbol ship. Human outreach vessel. Rex was older, grey around the muzzle, still alert. A group of alien children waved from the port. They were fed, sheltered, safe. Eli smiled. Humans were fragile, slow, small, but they endured. They remembered. They came back, and when thrown away, they built something greater. Asterisk.